guys, Basement Horrors here, and today I'm going to tell you guys, as you can tell by the title, about the 3 times that I've had sleep paralysis. Now, I have made videos on this before, but I wanted to retell them because they are something that still freak me out to this day. They are some of the scariest things that's ever happened to me, and they're just really interesting. Alright, yeah, I said that I might have posted a video. I just found one that is from 2 years ago.
Hey guys, it's Basement Horrors, and today I just wanted to tell you guys about a recent sleep paralysis experience I've had.
Cringe. So very hard. The official definition of sleep paralysis is a frightening form of paralysis that occurs when a person suddenly finds himself or herself unable to move for a few minutes, most often upon sleeping, falling asleep, or waking up. So that's what that says. You have to, if you experience it, you have experienced it, it's kind of more in depth than that. Now I kind of have my own theory on it. I don't. Okay guys, so the first time I had sleep paralysis, my bed was on this side of my room. My bed right now is right over here, right behind you guys, to this side. And that's where my bed is. Right here is obviously my closet, right across, and then over a little bit to my window. Fan is obviously right there, and then my door is just a little bit that way. So my bed now is over here. It used to be over there, and my TV's over here now. It used to be over here. So that's just how my room used to be set up. And then I must have been 10 or 11, and I was laying in bed, and I just realized that I couldn't move. I tried to move, I couldn't. I saw my dog at the end of the bed. He was kind of looking at me weird, so that freaked me out a little bit because he was just staring at me as I was struggling to move. I was just stiff, I couldn't move. And then I just started levitating off the bed, and when I did it, this sounds like astral projection because when I lifted off the bed, my blanket didn't come with me, but my blanket just like went through me and went under me. And this story is actually really confusing for me because it's sleep paralysis, but it also has some elements of astral projection. So I lifted up through the blanket, I was hovering, maybe it's like right here, maybe like a foot above the camera, about maybe 2 feet from the ceiling. And I look over into this corner. Right where my head lays when I sleep, right above it was where like I saw this. There was a little baby doll. You know, it doesn't sound scary really, but it was terrifying. There was just this little baby doll. So I'm floating, it starts floating over towards me, and as it's floating towards me, I'm struggling to move because it's like I'm in space, so I can't move at all. But I'm struggling to move, and my door is open, so I'm trying to get out of there as this thing's just like coming towards me. And then I floated out of my room, and when I floated out of my room, I went out the door and then up like that, and then I was like hovering maybe like 40 feet outside of my back porch, and I was looking down and I could see everything. And that's the part that kind of makes me think maybe it's kind of astral projection. I like zoomed back to my bed. Like, that sounds weird, it was just like and I was back in my bed laying and I could move again. So weird. But that's what happened. I don't know really if it's sleep paralysis or astral projection or just a really insane nightmare. Okay guys, so another time I've had sleep paralysis happened close to a year ago, if not a year ago. So I have trouble sleeping a lot, like almost every night I have trouble going to sleep. Like I can fall asleep pretty quickly usually, but it's almost like I don't really see the purpose of sleeping. And even if I do lay down to go to sleep, I usually never actually go to sleep. I usually just sit there on my phone or something. So it was probably like 4 a.m. and it was like my 4th night where I'd been staying up till like 6 a.m. Just really didn't want to go to sleep, so I was just sitting there on my phone watching YouTube videos. And I was with my dog. I was like cuddling my dog because it was cold in the room. And I love my dog. And so I started falling asleep. And I still had the lights on because I wasn't going to sleep, right? I was going to stay up. But so I had the lights on and I was cuddling my dog and I started drifting off to sleep. And when I started drifting off, it was like I was being pulled. And so as I'm being pulled into sleep, I'm like grabbing my dog and like pulling him closer to like pull me out of sleep. It doesn't make any sense, but this is what it felt like. And I realized that I couldn't move because I was trying to pull the dog, but I couldn't move my arms anymore. It wouldn't move. So then like my vision, so basically when I was being pulled into the dreaming, it would go from like me being able to see my dog in my room to like going into blackness and then back and forth, and it was just gradually less of my dog in my room and more of the blackness. And so then I was at my dad's old house because I got pulled all the way in. I felt like a tug, felt like someone grabbed my shoulders and just took me backwards. And I was at my dad's old house and I was floating. I wasn't floating the same way in the last one where I was just like levitating. I was like just standing up straight, but I was floating forward. The way this was, there was a hallway this way, and there's like two hallways facing each other, but then there's the kitchen right here, and then a doorway, and then the living room. But as I'm going towards the kitchen, the hallway like across from me, I see this black figure, just gigantic. It must be 8 feet tall. It's huge, black shroud, like a shadow person. And I'm floating towards the fridge, and the fridge door is opening. It's so weird. As I'm going into the fridge, I see out of the peripheral, I see the thing walk around and stand behind me. And then it's like grabbing my shoulders and trying to pull me back. And I'm trying to like reach further into the fridge, and all of a sudden it was snap, and I'm I kind of like flew into the fridge almost like a guy let go. But when I fly into the fridge, it's me actually waking up, because when I fly in, I'm holding my dog really, really tight, and I'm looking around my room, and I can move again. So that was like a really, really, really strange sleep paralysis. That was like sleep paralysis and dreaming. Okay, so the third story of sleep paralysis that I've experienced, I'm going to tell you, happened at my grandma's house. It was in the video with me and my little brother. We did the Bloody Mary in her bathroom, and then we did the Charlie Charlie in my bedroom there. So this happened there just a few weeks ago. I was laying in bed and I was trying to fall asleep. My girlfriend had just gone to sleep, and we always go to sleep on FaceTime. So she had just gone to sleep. It was probably about 3 a.m. and I was trying to go to sleep. I just felt really, really uneasy and paranoid. Just all of a sudden, I went to the bathroom, I came back and laid back down, and I went to sleep. And when I woke up, I couldn't move. So my first instinct was to check on, what I care about, of course. So I look over to this bedside table, where my girlfriend's sleeping on the FaceTime. When I say I looked over the bedside table, my eyes just glanced like this. I was trying to see. And I can just hear this sound through the FaceTime, and I know it's not her, because she doesn't make any noise when she sleeps at all unless she's rolling over. I hear this almost breathing, and I couldn't really see my phone. I could just hear the noise. It sounded like someone whispering. So I just kept on trying to move, and I told myself, this is not real. Nothing's actually happening to her. She's fine. This is just sleep paralysis, okay? You're gonna be okay. And so I closed my eyes for 10 seconds, and I expected when I opened them to be able to move. But when I opened them, instead of being able to move, it was all completely out. It was pitch black, and when it's in the dark, your eyes adjust and you can still see. I couldn't see at all. It was like someone had painted over my eyes. So of course now I'm really freaked out. I'm trying to scream, nothing's coming out. I'm trying to move, of course I'm not moving. But I just kind of let go, and I was fine, I'm just gonna go back to sleep. My heart's racing and I'm freaking out. But I close my eyes and I just try to go back to sleep, and somehow I managed to actually fall back asleep, because I woke up in the morning and everything was fine. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed my experiences. If you have any creepy experiences you would like me to tell, there's my Instagram, you can DM me, my Twitter, there's my Snapchat, which you should definitely add. There is my email if you have a longer story. So yeah, if you have a story, please let me know. And if you like this type of video where I tell you my own experience, let me know. If you want me to go back to the way I used to make videos with my face not on screen, or if you like it with my face, just tell me. Just tell me what you think of the video, the new style, everything. Anyway, this is the end of the video. So, as always, until I see you again, have a horrific day.